Hi friends, so welcome to the part two of the top events from the last year 2024, and we had already mentioned 4 to 5 top events in our previous video. Now we'll mention about 4 5 more, and maybe sorry if we miss out on some events because it's not possible to highlight so many events in a couple of videos, but we will give our best shot. So I would like to start with Shubhradeep.
Well, then the first moment of this part for me is the rise of Afghanistan cricket, shedding light on Afghanistan and the way, especially in the T20 World Cup, I was not sure. Many said that Afghanistan will end up with, last four semi-finals. I was not sure. Even the pitch supports the spin bowlers or the slow bowlers, and Afghanistan has so many in the factory. But I thought the batting will be something that they need to look at going into the Super ICC event. But they have proved me wrong, and I'm happy to be proved wrong into one of those aspects. The way Rashid Khan has led the side is excellent, man. I have to say, Rashid is someone who has kept the calm atmosphere cool and kept them saying themselves. But it's not only his contribution. That's the biggest thing for me. It's not only about Rashid Khan and his bowling, but others have stand up. Especially with the bat is the two openers, Ibrahim Zadran and Ramana
And Gurbaaz.
Gulraz. I remember against the Uganda, they bowled out the Uganda for 125, and then the biggest win for them was against New Zealand in Guyana. And that was the point that gained the confidence that you bowled out New Zealand for 75 in a chase and win the game for 84 runs. You beat New Zealand for 84 runs, who have done so well in T20 World Cups or any ODI World Cups or ICC events. That's the confident booster. I remember Gurbaaz scored 80 runs, and then I think Faruqi and Rashid Khan ended at 4 wicket hauls in this Goanna surface.
Yeah,
One
Faruqi was
thing
such a revelation throughout the tournament.
with the new ball, he was excellent, man. He was excellent. The swing, the seam, and also keeping it very simple. They don't need to go like bouncers, like wide Yorkers. No need to it. They just bowl in the same line and length. And the new ball under light swing in the West Indies. Guyana is one of the surfaces where it spins so much. Rashid took all the kind of beneficial thing from that kind of surface, and then they win against Papua New Guinea, who easy win for them 7 wicket, and then they move to the Super 8, and then they face Australia, man. You cannot believe it. They beat Australia, which was kind of a moment at the Ornos Valley ground.
And
They had
sort of a
to
revenge after that 2023 Mumbai match.
Mumbai match. I remember the 118-run opening stand. That was going slow between Zadran and Ramana Gurbaaz. And then they kind of picked the pace later end. And then Naeeb, I remember Naeeb picked 4 wickets, Muhammad, and then also Navinul Haq picked 3 wickets. And you remember there's Naeeb standing in the split corridor. They need to slow down the pace, and he just jumps up and says, "Oh, I have a hamstring injury."
And
With
against
remarks,
Australia, again, it was that man, Maxwell, who started to
Maxwell was
haunt
standing
them.
there. Oh man, that was the. I remember Nabi standing there, and the Ian Smith words still went Nabi under it. Nabi, Nabi, you're so winning the moments. Nabi,
And
Nabi, I've
against
seen it.
Bangladesh, at one point, they were just 7 8 runs behind.
Yeah, they were 7 runs behind, and then they kind of it about
I think Naveen,
keeping
yeah,
the faith
Naveen
in life.
produced two magical deliveries.
Yeah, two magical deliveries from Nabin Haq, and he kept the kind of faith in him and said they contributed in the whole tournament. So it was excellent for Afghanistan. They have started to grow also the test matches. They are playing a test match in Zimbabwe at the moment, in a boxing test match at the Queen's Park Oval in Bulawayo, and they have done really with the bat 500 odd run for three. So they have done well in the ODIs in the past. They've done well in the T20s in the past, and they're growing up in confidence in the test matches. So yeah, Afghanistan's, I would say Afghanistan's rise in the world cricket is excellent. Now they're moving to a Champions Trophy, and I hope they do well. I hope, keeping your fingers crossed, they may end up being one of the semi-finals. If you don't know, I'm sure they'll do something really special under Hasbatullah Shahidi, who is an excellent captain in the ODI format for two for them. Yeah, moving to Shaptorshi now. I think he has something about T20 World Cup, something about the Indians to cheer about in the T20 World Cup, Shaptorshi.
Yeah, something that would definitely make the Indian fans happy as the wait for an elusive ICC title finally came to an end. I mean, it started from the 2014 T20 World Cup final in Bangladesh, and from there, every time India just stumbled on that last fight, last frontier, and finally that nightmare ended in Barbados when they won that T20 World Cup. And And what a final it was. At one point, the game looked lost with Henry Klassen going bonkers and David Miller giving him able company. And then all of a sudden, Jasprit Bumrah produced a spell for an ages, as it does quite often these days. And then he was ably supported by Hardik and Arshdeep at the back end.
I
And
know
what
Arshdeep
a
was
win.
the main there with the new ball. Oh, I love talking about Bumrah all the time. You know it, and I also know Rohit contributed so much at the bat. But how important was Hardik Pandya? I also mentioned that going into the ICC event, it's Hardik who will decide, or India who will have the trophy in the hand. Well, they're coming back from the event a couple of weeks ago, and all the booze he had
And
in the
then,
IPL.
yeah,
Remember that kind of
and I
reception he
mean, the
got.
way he turned it around in a month's time. And who can forget that famous catch by Surya Kumar Yadav? I mean, drawing similarities with that catch of Kapil Dev back in 1993. I mean, a catch that brought India its first ever ICC title and a catch that ended its drought. So, I mean, what a catch that was under pressure, and everyone will remember it. People just danced for days, and the celebrations in Mumbai. I mean, what a time it was for Indian fans. Simply, I mean, energetic, simply awesome, and that was really a great moment. So, yeah, now we would like to go to another one and talking about India. While they had a very good time in June, their time wasn't that good down in October and November. And it was because of another team which has been sort of their nemesis over the last 4 or 5 years, the Black Caps. I mean, they were thrashed badly in Sri Lanka, 2-0, 88 all out in Sri Lanka. And everyone thought this team is just gonna lose 2-3-0 to in India. At the worst case, they can win one. They started with the win Bangalore, and then what transpired was simply awesome. I mean, nobody could just believe their eyes. Shubhadeep.
I am shocked. I am shocked. I'm still shocked. If someone to tell me that Australia have beaten India in a home series in a test match, I have no issues with it. Australia have made it so much issues. Someone have said me that England have made it a bit of issue. No issues. England have done it in the past. But New Zealand will last year. I think that they will come to India and they'll smash India in test series. And that was not a 2-1 win. That was 0-3 whitewash. First series
And I
clincher
think
for
this, when they
India.
won that first test, it was their first win in India in some 36 or some years.
And the dude didn't have their main batter. Kane Williamson was spending time at his home in Northern District.
And the one who replaced him was the man of the series.
Man was series. My goodness, I was seeing some of the records and stats before coming to the live or the shoot. Is Ravindra finished? I think Ravindra finished with 256 runs at an average of 51. The mention is well young. He finished with 244 runs at an average of 48.80. But the mention I want to mention the two guys is the two opening batters. Devon Conway and Tom Latham, both of have faced together 600 and deliveries in the entire 3 match season, 100 overs. When was the last time two openers have batted together for 100 overs between themselves against a spin trio of Akshar was there in the series, Kuldeep played a lot of games, Ashwin was there, Jadeja was there, Bumrah was there, Siraj the veteran was there, and they still kept managing those runs in the first beginnings runs. It was surprising. The moment they beat Ashwin, the moment they kind of pounced the scores against Ashwin and also Jadeja, it was bound to be their series. They're bound to be them. Even in the bowling hand, we remember Santner to 30 wickets in the Pune in the average of 12. That's Patel. But how good was Phillips?
And even in
8
the last
wickets.
test, when they had to defend some 148 or something, people thought this game is gone. Now India will win at least one. And they, all of a sudden, India were 29 for 5.
Look,
A total silence at Wankhede Stadium, 29 for 5.
can you believe it? Ajaz Patel took the wickets. Glenn Phillips contributed with so many ones. But the man for
And Ajaz
me,
is the hero of Mumbai. Nobody has bowled better than him in Mumbai.
and a Wonker, yeah. But the man for me to stand up for the whole series, the ball in hand for New Zealand was Matt Henry. Matt Henry's spell at Swami, especially in the morning, that was a very bluff decision from Rohit Sharma to bat under those conditions. No question
Even
about
Will
it.
O'Rourke spell in that second innings at Bangalore
Will
with the new ball,
O'Rourke,
second new ball.
truly magnificent. Everyone has contributed. Not like a 1-1. You cannot win. You cannot beat India at their den in a Test series. They have been a golden period. I have to say it. India was excellent in that period. You haven't lost a Test series at home for over a decade. Excuse me. But then, if you want to beat India at home, you got to have contribution from all the departments, all the players, and they all have contributed. Can you believe it? Mithal Sandner picked up 13 wickets, and he was dropped because of his injury. But then they still win it because someone else came and actually contributed. Phillips with a lower batting order, just some of the sixes he smashed in the aggressive batting lineup. It was so important for him, so important because India has also gone it from the Ashwin and Jadeja over the years. So yeah, incredible for New Zealand. Can't believe they lost at home in England just couple of weeks later.
So they had a
But it was
poor series on either side of the history they made.
and it was a history. I don't think any team will be able to get in, no matter how India struggles from. They cannot beat someone India 3-0. I mean, 3-0 is such a bad. Even if they had one game win, I would have been very happy. Okay, we have win at least Pune or Mumbai, but 3-0 clean sweep, first time in Indian history at home in a Test series. And first time, as I mentioned, New Zealand winning a Test series, magnificent. It is the moment for me of the entire year, winning a Test series at India by any foreign country, by any country in the Sena countries, magnificent. Now we are moving to Saptoshi. I think he has something to say with our neighbors. Pakistan has done something which no one has done before. Saptoshi, up to you.
Yeah. So, I mean, when they won in Australia, the ODI series 2-1, people thought, no, this side is improving. But they didn't know what was coming. And then they won in South Africa 3-0. They whitewashed South Africa. And this was the first time that South Africa got whitewashed in an ODI series in their backyard. For the first time in an ODI series. I mean, that was truly inspirational. Mohammad Rizwan, the leader, he was truly inspirational. And the pick of the series was the young talent, Saeem Ayub. The way he batted at the top of the order, facing an informed South African team. And I mean, this is a full-fledged South African team. It wasn't like they had dropped a couple of their key players. All of their important players who were going to take part in the upcoming Champions Trophy. Most of them were there. Henry Klaasen played 3 excellent innings, 3 top-notch innings, but still couldn't get his team past the line. Such was the Pakistan bowling attack and the way they batted. I mean, they were truly excellent, outstanding. And I mean, if they can replicate such performance in the Champions Trophy, don't get fooled if they make it to the semi-finals or the finals, and also with quite a few matches being played in their home. I think only if they make it to the final, then they might have to play elsewhere. But I mean, Pakistan can really give a good fight in the Champions Trophy. The way they played in that SS series, it was truly inspirational. And under Mohammad Rizwan, I think this team is gaining confidence back. So I think that's it. Yeah, there were quite a few other moments, like Ravichandran Ashwin decided to hang up his boots, and we have definitely made a video on him. So you can get the video link in our description box. And there were some other moments also. So Hardy Brook, I mean, what a talent he has turned out for England. So he's almost now going parallel with the legend Joe Root, the way he scored 300 in Pakistan, then scored 200s in New Zealand. He's just smashing runs for fun, the way he bats. And then, I mean, if you had missed out in case Sri Lanka versus India right after the T20 World Cup, I mean, what a series that was. And Sri Lanka beat India 2-0 in their backyard after a long time. It was so long. So yeah, that's it for 2024. And we will expect more such events in 2025 with the Champions Trophy coming up and quite a few other important series. So stay tuned and stay blessed. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and please press the bell icon for further updates. Please share this video with as many guys as possible. Till then, cheers. Goodbye.